Hello farmers and welcome back to Western Australia. Just trying to keep pace with our combine as it goes up and down the field, and the harvest has been going rather well. The yield is looking pretty good. We got a good amount of wheat being put into the silo, and looks like, did you have a problem with the island down there? You may have had a problem with the island because looks like you missed some wheat, and I'm guessing you went straight on. The header went up the hill a little bit, got it off the ground, and could not harvest the wheat that's there. And I'm guessing you may hit the trees on the way back down. So we're going to bring the truck down here. And we should be able to finish off the harvest ourselves. Now let's go ahead and dismiss the worker. Turn that on, and I'll also get rid of... just do start and stop waypoints. Get rid of all the arrows and all that. That way this looks a little bit better. So last I checked, we had over 300,000 liters of wheat in this silo already. So it's going to be pretty close, like to 350, maybe 375, somewhere around there. I don't know how much I should keep for the chickens and the ducks. Maybe like 150,000 liters I can keep, and I can just sell the rest in June when the price is really good for wheat. So we got some time to think about it. So meanwhile, while the harvester has been doing his thing over here, now I'm raising it off the ground a little bit. That's the problem with the 60-foot header that doesn't really flex too well, apparently. Too much of an incline, which we have seen this problem before with this header. Yeah, it just raises off the ground enough where it can't harvest. There was, like a week ago, possibly, I think there was another set of headers that got released on Mod Hub that also has a 60-foot header. I don't know if that one's a flex head or not. But given my financial situation, even if I were to activate that mod and sell this header, I probably wouldn't be able to... Well, I don't know. I don't know what the prices of those headers go for. I mean, maybe they're really cheap. I don't know. You never know what modders are going to do with prices of things. Alright, I don't want to back up to the trailer because we got a worker on follow me behind us. And that could screw things up. So we'll just come over here and start unloading. While that's unloading, let's have a quick look. So wheat, right on top. 276,000. I thought it was over 300,000. Maybe it was 200,000. Well, I have numbers everywhere in my head, and I probably got them all mixed up. But either way, we're looking pretty good. I was looking for other things to sell, and really the only big number of things that we got are the harvest tableware. But I would really like to wait until June. If I wait until June, I could get 152,000 for the current tableware that we have. If I sold it today, I would only get 103,000. I know, only 103,000. I say that like it's not a lot of money, but in farming terms, and only getting 66% of what you possibly could, yeah, we need to hold on out. So definitely wait until February, because all that money you see in the upper right-hand corner, that's going to go towards our loans at midnight. We are making a little bit of money from our production building, making the pickles and the juices and all that. But I don't think it's anywhere near 20,000. I know I've said it a few times, but I really hope in FS22, it'd be kind of cool if like you could click on a production building, and you can see how much money you're spending to make it run, or buying material, or whatever you're doing, and then also see how much that production building has sold. So you can kind of get a rough idea of like, okay, it cost me like $3,000 a year to run, which in, like I just said, farming simulator terms, that's nothing. And it brought in, I don't know, we'll just say 200,000. Then you can start thinking, all right, I made 200,000 out of it. The stuff I put into it, was that worth 200,000? Am I making a profit on it? Kind of in the same sense, like on East Violent way back when we had the meat production building. That building did not make me money. Matter of fact, it made me lose money. And kind of had the same problem a little bit on Solyndra with the horses. where I was putting more food in than what I was getting for the horses in return. We'll get this piece that the worker missed. But we are just about done with this harvest of the wheat field. I may not go back around and try to get that. I don't want to keep making circles here. One thing I have noticed also today, from getting in and out of the combines and the trucks and what have you, this field does need some lime. But so does our grass field. So at some point, you know, I'll have to come over here and spread lime in this field. I think we talked about putting oats back into this field, but I want to see what the other fields are going to do. The sugarcane field, that definitely needs to be changed. Can't replant sugarcane in that. Well, I could, but the yield will be just so terrible, it's definitely not worth it. So we got to wait until we harvest the other two fields, and then kind of figure out what crops should go where. I would like to not have to plant all of the same crop, just because the crop rotation says it's really, really good. Kind of the weird thing about going from Tuscany to here, because on Tuscany we are running the premium edition, so it gives us more crop types to deal with. And then kind of going back to the base game 22 crop types, it does seem like, oh, I'm kind of limited how many crops I can put in. But if you go back to previous versions of FS, yeah, that amount of crops we used to be able to plant keeps getting smaller and smaller, so yeah, it just doesn't seem like a whole lot of crops, because like, oh, we gotta do wheat, we gotta do oats, we gotta do this. The same old crops over and over again. I'm just trying to tab to the grain truck. There we are. So all this straw that's in this field, I want to, well, maybe not all the straw, but I do want to pick up with a forage wagon a decent amount, so we can put that into our compost silo so we can get some more compost. Okay, so while you're unloading, let's go ahead and get rid of, is it Frank Jr.? Yeah, we'll say it's Frank Jr. Thank you for your hard work. Let's go ahead and do that. And we'll turn off the Massey Ferguson, leave that there. And now the John Deere Combine. Alright, I don't have the trailer set to go. Completely forgot about it, but I should have had it set up so when we were done, it would have been easy. Not that it's difficult to get out, run over here, and get everything set up. Let's see, the trailer needs to be going over like this. And we'll drop you off like right about there. Now we bring the 6230 with the front of the header trailer. There's no chance I get that lined up without having to move afterwards. Gotta fold up the header. Nope, that's the combine I'm folding up, but that's fine. Alright, the header just folded up. And somewhere... Oh, I'm on the header. I gotta be on the combine for that to work. There we go. Any chance that I got that lined up? And the answer is no, but wasn't that far off. There we go. We'll just pull the header away from the combine. Actually, it'd probably be better if I were to back up the combine, then move the header. All right, let's bring the 6230 back to the farm, and we can park the header in our new shed. Just waiting for traffic to get on through here. So, I think I mentioned last episode, I also started using the mod that takes the base game pallets, hello Twister, and multiplies them by 5. So the capacity would be, if it's 1,000, then it'll go up to 5,000. It's not looking like it's affecting the wool pallets at the sheep pen, which is a little disappointing, but it's not the end of the world. But the main thing I hope it does is... I took that corner way too sharp. You got a 60-foot header there, son. What are you trying to do? And now you're just making a big old mess here. But the main pallets I want to be 5,000 liters are the sugar pallets. If I got to haul that many around, then yeah, that'd be great if I don't have to make as many trips. I'm going to have to find a better way to get in here with that next time. I'm trying to remember why I had to have the weight on the front of the 6230. And I don't know why it's there. Can't remember why I have it there. What I do need to get to... let's put the weight... right there. Oh, I do need to turn off the combine. Alright, we'll turn that. And then jump back into the 6230. I do need the soil sampler. So I guess we'll attach the front end loader to kind of get that out of the way, and then soil sampler, because the grass field needs to be taken care of. And we need to sample the soil. That's why you get yourself a soil sampler. Luckily for us, we got a huge range on the soil sampler. I'm going to need the mini map. And we're going to need the big mini map for that. Yeah, I got my oopsies here when I was painting for the shed. And yeah, I could come in here and plow it, but I don't have a drill to put the grass right back in. We don't have a seed drill, so that's gonna be a while. And I'm really just kind of watching the mini map as I drive and seeing how far I can go before I need to take another sample. I'm glad I'm not doing this with a base game soil sampler, because this would take me quite a while to get this field done. Oh, I do need to come back over here at some point and grab the tableware out the production building, just to make sure that keeps on going. Now, according to where the circle is, that's over by the blue dots, which means that should be more than far enough. Yeah, someone did mention why didn't I cut the grass that's over there? Laziness, being stupid, being a moron. I just kind of overlooked it, really, when getting things done. Plus, just be a little bit difficult to get in there with having a worker behind us, but yeah, that's not really much of an excuse. I probably get maybe like 20,000 liters of grass, which is not that bad. Alright, let me just come over here and we'll grab the soil samples for this end of the field. I wonder if I can get it all in one more. It looks like I can. Alright, let's go ahead and send the samples in. Get rid of the mini-map. Let's fold that up. And now we can put that away. $760 for soil samples, so must be the samples are in. Now let's have a look at our map to make sure it's all good. Soil information. Yeah, a little bit out of a date here, but that is where the road is and the shed. So there's not really any sampling to do there at all. Our score is up to 91, which is a 12% bonus, which is good. The one field, once we start harvesting it, that's going to help us out, and that score is going to go up quite a bit, is this field right here. You can see just a score of 77, because it's not going to register the pH, and the nitrogen may not go up too well, because that field is the first time that we're harvesting it, and there was too much nitrogen in the field in some spots. So, yeah, the score's not going to go all the way up, but I think it's going to go up to maybe get us like a 13% bonus on sales. I don't know if he'll get us to a 14%, but you can always hope. All right, let's go ahead and, yeah, because the Massey Ferguson has got the baler on it. So let's go ahead and we'll just grab this right here. Well, since we got fertilizer in it, let's go ahead and fertilize the grass field first. Am I on the widest working width? I am. All right, here we go. So definitely next cut, we'll be making hay in this field. So all these swaths that you see on the ground, when I cut the grass and I go over it with the tedder, it'll get all mixed in, it'll get turned, so that'll be turned into hay. And then of course when I windrow it, hopefully we can get straighter rows and the baler picks up most of it. As you can see here, in some areas going up and down the field here, it does good, but of course on corners, follow me, doesn't quite, well, the tractor follows the pinpoints of the tractor that you're in. It's that the baler, when you take a corner, the radius of the corner is tighter on the baler, so that's why it misses a lot of the swath. Yeah, I should have more than enough fertilizer to get this grass field done in here. And then it'll be time to empty it out and put some lime down. So, like always, it shouldn't take me too long to get the field done. But I think it'll be long enough where it should be good enough for a time lapse. So let's get the field fertilized. Then you'll see me dump it on out on the ground. In pallets, of course. And then we'll fill it up with lime. And we'll come out here and throw some lime down. Now this grass field should be all set until, let's see, it's January, so February, March, April is when we'll cut the grass and turn it into hay. And should get a very good yield off it like we always do. Of course, with all the extra swaths that we have here, it'll be a little bit more than normal because it's leftovers from the previous two cuts that we've done. Gonna have a little lime left over into the spreader, but that's fine because that wheat field, as I said, right across from us, that needs to be done. Yeah, when I went to unload the fertilizer in the yard, it kept saying no room, and I'm thinking the reason why it said no room was because of the external pen of the chickens and ducks. Because the external pen extends out into the yard quite a ways. So I don't think I could unload into the yard or the pen of the animals. Alright, let's go ahead and park the 6230 just in the shed here. Now I need to clean up the mess a little bit that we got in our wheat field. Let's jump over to... First off, scroll on out. Oh, I left my truck running. No! Precious fuel. Alright, let's go dump this into our silo. The combine can stay there for now, but I will grab the Massey Ferguson and we'll go back and start picking up the straw bales. But maybe before I do that, I should grab the Crone trailer and head on over to our production building to get the tableware out of that area so we have plenty of space. And we'll put that aside. I thought about bringing the stuff down to our new shed. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. I may put a shed over there at some point. Not today. Financially, we're just a little bit tight on that. I'm just trying to see how much water is... Oh, so we are full. Okay. Oh, and the water's low. So we're full here, and we're just about empty here, and we haven't been making tableware at all. So none of that is good. Can I actually make this corner? Well, I might be able to make the corner if you thought about it sooner. Yeah, that's why I went around the silo the other way. A little rough to get through there. The grain trailer, actually, I'm done using for today. So we will park this into our new shed. Alright, let's get that tableware production back up and running because that's very important. I'm trying to think of, should I buy the small water tanker? Yeah, it doesn't really require that much water, so I think a small water tanker would be just fine. I'll spend some money on that. Try to stay in my lane here. Okay, I went right across. Yeah, I want to start trying to get into a habit of getting the bales off the field and preparation for FS22. I don't want my bales to be going flying anywhere or disappearing or whatever they're going to do when a twister comes. Sorry, white car. I was trying to make a wider turn to get in here. Yeah, we're going to need to make a wider road through here once we buy this field to our right. Kind of hoping that we can buy it this winter. But currently the price is just... It's through the roof, man. It's ridiculous. 50% over the base price is what they're currently asking for it. Hitting all the wrong buttons on my side panel to open up that curtain. That straw bale, yep, that needs to go just over here for now. And I need to get as close as I can. And last time I was unable to get to the back row. And I hit the water silo. Jump in. There we go. Not too close to the trailer, because if it's too close to the trailer won't pick them up. Oh, I thought we were done spawning those things. This production sure has helped us out so far. And it's going to help us out quite a bit here in about 6 months or sooner, depending if I need the money or not. If I'm in desperate need of it, which I could be. There's always one pallet you don't get close enough. Alright, how's that looking for tableware? Well, there's none in there. It's back up and running, which is good. Swing wide. And we'll pile it over here next to the other one. Hopefully I'm not too close. Will it unload is the question. And the answer is yes. I just want to go ahead and put that straw bale back in the trigger, which is at 10,000 liters, so that's got a ways to go still. And those pallets right there that we grabbed, those will not be at 5,000 liters. That mod I mentioned before, that's just for base game production pallets. I think that's the way it's phrased. And since the animal pen, like the sheep, is not a production building, that's why those pallets are not multiplied by 5. I'm going to bring this over to here and park it up by the sheep. We got to sell some of the sheep today. We have ourselves a full pen. I'm not going to sell all the males this month. Maybe like 20 of them, because they are producing wool. If I were to sell like 100 of them, I don't think I'm going to get 100 sheep overnight. So, yeah. Anyways, into here, what is the biggest, cheapest tanker I can get? I think it's been one of these, right? That's 6,000. No, that's 7,000. Of course, we can go with something like this, but I really don't need nothing that big. I thought these were bigger than this, but that's 7,000. I don't have any mods installed for it. Yeah, we don't need anything special for it. Let's just go ahead and just buy that. All right. And let's see. I will just grab, well, the Massey. I would grab the Massey Ferguson. That'd be the ideal tractor, but I still got the baler on it. I'll grab the Case Magnum. I'm going to head on down to the store, pick that up, and we'll come back and we'll start putting some water into that and make sure the tableware production keeps on going before I advance time to sell the sheep. Now, lucky for us, we do have a little bit of a pond right here. I think I would classify this as a pond. And it's not deep enough where we'll drown ourselves. We'll come in here and fill this up for free. It is free. Yes, it is. Okay. Just want to be sure. And while we're over here, because I know everyone doesn't watch every episode, but the question has come up a few times, why do we have a greenhouse over here not along with the other greenhouses? Well, I was trying to use the water silo mod for the tableware production. Now, this process will work, as I did show in that video a while ago. Before you go ahead and say, oh, those don't work on production buildings. Well, they do, because I did show it. I just put these down in the wrong order. Basically, I would need to put down the greenhouse first. And then, by having the greenhouse down, the greenhouse will allow me to put down the water silo, because the water silo only attaches to animal pens and greenhouses. And then I should have put down the table production building after the water silo. And then, boom, water silo and the production building are tied together. And we would have 1 billion liters of water in there. But the first thing I did was put down the tableware production, because I didn't know there was a special step I had to do. Because when I did it on the test map, I happened to do it in the order I said previously, which is greenhouse, water silo. and tableware. I just thought when I put the tableware production down, I'm like, oh, it works fine. No problem. Didn't know I had a specific order to put it in. Another thing I have tried, and I think I did mention it, with the mod that allows me to move placeables after putting them down, I tried on the test map having the scenario that we're in and just move the placeable of the tableware production and reset it. And I was kind of hoping that by moving the production building of the tableware, that it would then see the water silo and then take the water from there, but it did not. Because if it worked, I would be in here, because I do got the mod installed for this, I would move this tableware production just enough so it would take the water from the water silo. But it's not a big deal for us to come in here and fill the tanker and just get some water in here. I got 2 tanks in here, and this should be more than enough for a few months, because this almost went like a year. So that is good. I'm going to leave this right here for now. And what we're going to do is we're going to speed up time to the, well, I'm going to say early evening at this point, because we are in summer. And we're going to come over here and sell the sheep. And the reason why I'm just waiting a little bit is just because I'm getting wool from the sheep I'm about to sell. I don't want to sell them until like the last second. I see this pallet here. Oh no, it is working on the wool. So if you look in the bottom right hand corner, this pallet, it says wool 4,914 liters. That is going to reduce the amount of pallets I got there. Perfect. I thought when I checked that earlier, I had two of the 4 down, and it said 500 liters. Well, whatever. It's working. 5,000 liters. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We need to be somewhere like in right here. Where's that trigger? There it is. All right, we are down to about 13,500. Some money is coming in from the production building. I do believe we got like $23,000 in loans to do, but hopefully by selling some sheep, we might be able to get over what we need to be. So there's a male. I think they could be worth, what, 400? 400 is what they can be worth. All right, we're just going to go ahead and sell. Oh, there's 30 of them right there. Holy smokes. All right, we'll sell 30. I'm just looking for... Oh, geez, do I want to sell more? There's 18. All right, let's just go on down the line. I mean, we're making plenty of wool, but the wool is good money as well. That's a set of 13. I'll wait for those to get better price. 341. There's only 5 of those. We'll sell them. And let's see here. 383. All right, there's 13 of those. We're up to 35,000 just by selling sheep. And yeah, we got like 80. No, sorry, we got. Wow, math is hard today. We got 79 openings for sheep, so I think that's good enough. I think that's good enough for what we're doing. I am going to keep checking the sales page just in case, because if something does come up for sale that we're I don't want to say desperately need, maybe I would find a way. Let me go ahead and I will just make sure. Gotta wait for that to open all the way. Yeah, having this little light over here to load the wool, that is perfect. There we go. So, yeah, a couple of those pallets to 1,000. We got 7,000 liters in there, so that should be 7 pallets, but right now, just 3. So that is perfect for what we are doing. Yes, the Massey Ferguson still in the field, and so is the John Deere. The John Deere is going to get used in February. The oats should be ready. Yep, I got my fertilizer pallets out as well. The chickens and ducks should be more than fine. They got a full trough of feed now, and we got pretty close to 300. Is it 300,000 liters that we end up with? Let's see. What do we end up with for wheat? 305,000 liters of wheat, plus whatever we put into the feed trough on the first load. But I think I'll hang on to the wheat for the first year until we get a full pen of birds. And I will have to do the same thing with the birds, selling the males, because the males, don't do us nothing. We don't get eggs at all from them, of course. We will sleep until 7. I was getting up earlier for the summer months, or in the winter months now as well, because the sheep were producing so much wool. But now that the pallets are doing what they're doing, we should be fine. 16,000 in the bank account still. That is great to wake up to. Let me get right over to the sheep and see what what they did overnight. Not what I did. 484. So yeah, they didn't reproduce too much. So we'll let them go for a little bit more and do what they need to be doing. Do a sales page. Yeah, nothing there that we need. But a grass field now, all that lime we put down, that should have disappeared because it got, well the soil kind of absorbed it, didn't it? So that is good and ready to go. Yeah, so next time, our oat field should be ready, right? It is. Perfect. Soybean field is still a little bit ways off. We do want to keep an eye on this field here. I don't care about the cotton. That's what's in there, so I don't care about getting it before it's ready for harvest. Wow, that price is just going up and up and up. All right, because I do want my sugarcane in there for next season, but I don't want to pay that much money for that big of a field. And I don't want to be putting sugarcane in a bigger field than what this field is here, because that is an issue. 551. This field is actually bigger. So, I mean, it wouldn't be bad because we can sell the extra sugarcane, but I don't know. But either way, things are looking pretty good. Yeah, so next episode, we got to start harvesting the oats. And I think that is pretty much it. Is it not? Maybe I should look at my stock market page. Anything in the real green here? Well, fertilizer is, but we're not selling that. Cane juice, yeah, we're not selling that anymore either. And, of course, we got a whole bunch of silage, but that's not in silage. It's still shown. Oh, no, we got some silage. Never mind. We got 990,000 liters. And that would be at prime price with our bonus, probably 200,000. So, yeah, we're going to be just shy of $400,000 of silage in a few months. But that's still pretty good. I should keep my eye on the fabric. But, I mean, that price is going to be getting worse and worse, which it is. And the wool is going to be doing the same thing. Yeah, 859, 1212. Yeah, we got to try to hold on to that as long as possible. Tableware, that price is going to keep going up. And we're at 1544. Yeah, we definitely got to wait until better months. But one harvest done. While that harvest is going on, of course, we have a worker in the John Deere. We'll have the Massey Ferguson following it. I guess I can grab the case and I can grab the forage wagon, which is a whole bunch. I'll start picking up some straw while that's going on, probably. And we'll start getting our compost pile going there and compacting it so we can fill up our lovely little orchards and, of course, the greenhouses. But anyways, we're at that point in the video where I got to say, hey, did you like it? If so, might want to hit that like button down at the bottom of the screen because, you know, helps out the channel, the video more than you know. Also lets me know that you enjoyed seeing the content that you saw here today. And while you're down there, that subscribe button. If you haven't hit that, give it a little tap if you want to as well. But that is where we are going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you again right here in Western Australia. But until then, have a good one.